Now, tonight's meeting is a party. Now, this is definitely a small and cozy party. But what about you? Are you ready for some parties during this time of the year? What about you, Anna?
Yes, I'm ready for the party.
Very good. How about you over there, Bruce?
Yes, same here.
Okay, and tell me, Gloria, what kind of party are you expecting?
A small party, big party, and every type of party. So
Wow, okay.
expecting like a gathering or something like a small group party. That's what I like prefer.
Okay, I can sense that you are party people. What about you, Karen? What kind of parties do you enjoy the most?
Those small parties like we're having here,
Ooh.
with yes, yeah.
Fantastic. And I'm sure that we all indulge into parties. And this is actually the word of the day, indulge. And yeah, just to enjoy the pleasure of something. So members of Hong Kong MBA Toastmasters Club indulge in parties. All right, so feel free to use the word of the day for the rest of this meeting. We have a cozy and interesting meeting, and without any other particular roles. So maybe since we all have our mobile devices, we can all time ourselves so that we will be on time. We will be enjoying and indulge in speeches. So I would like to turn over the time to our table topic master for conducting our exciting party going and indulging moments as table topics. Over to you, Karen.
Okay, let me.
We got a small party.
Yes. It is time to party. 1 second. All right. Are we ready to party?
Uh-oh.
Yes. It has to be. It's that kind of party. So I really enjoy doing table topics because it's just so fun. You can just do all kinds of things. So there's a few of us here, so that means everyone gets an opportunity to answer a question. So I would invite one person to volunteer to take our very first table topics question. Gloria, thank you so much for volunteering.
Yeah. And usually the first one is the easier one.
Well, yes, absolutely. So let's see what we have for you. Birthday parties. So here's the question. It's your favorite person's birthday. Your favorite person in the whole world. It's their birthday. What kind of celebration are you going to have for your favorite person? Gloria, what kind of celebration are you going to have for your favorite person's birthday?
Okay, that's a good question. So I will prepare different kind of cuisine of food, like different kind of spicy one and non-spicy one, and whatever I can think of, and something like let me see, something like a seafood, and also like a dessert, and like travel around the world, like yeah, different kind for my favorite person, because I would like my favorite person to have a different kind of taste of the world. So I think whatever the sixth sense, I mean the five senses of our body, the taste is the most important one. So I will suggest to do, if I can afford, I will invite the favorite cook to cook the food of the different cuisine for my favorite person for my party. Okay, this is my dream to do that. Thank you, Karen.
All right. I would love to be invited to that party. It sounds like it's going to be a blast. All right, let's see who's next up. Who is going to be next up? Thank you, Bruce. I am so excited for you to get this next question. Hold on.
Okay, I'm holding.
Wow. Wow.
So now, Bruce, you get to choose any one of these amazing party ideas: a tailgate party, a frat party, or a team party. Which of these parties are you going to choose and why? Which of these parties are you going to choose and why?
All right, thank you for that question. I will not be doing the tailgate party because I've never been to one. Well, that's not quite true. I've been to a couple on the college and I've visited, but I really haven't hosted one. So I've only been to a couple of those. Fraternity parties, I've been to a few of those. Team parties, I haven't played sports in a while, so I guess we'll go with frat parties. I haven't been to a frat party in many years, but they were quite indulgent. Lots of pretty women, lots of pretty guys, lots of good music. And once we were off campus, we could have adult beverages. And once a year, we would have food, at a little dance or banquet. They were quite enjoyable. I do remember dressing up for one event way back when. A lot of good times. Even those frat parties that were not put on by our fraternity were good. It was good to see the other brothers in the other organizations and their supporting auxiliaries, female auxiliaries. So that would be my answer. Frat party over tailgate parties and team parties. Thank you for the question.
Thank you so much. Now, may I ask, which fraternity are we talking about?
Kappa Alpha Psi.
Oh my goodness. I would not have chosen that one, but it makes sense.
Okay.
It makes sense. Okay, so now I think who's up next? Sean, because you are third on my list. Are you ready for your question?
Yes, please.
Okay, here we go. All right. Anniversary parties. Anniversaries can be a wedding anniversary. It could be a church anniversary. What kind of anniversary are you looking forward to, Sean? What kind of anniversary party are you looking forward to?
Of course, the anniversary party of Hong Kong MBA Toastmasters Club. What can be more fun? In fact, you guys missed the parties because we don't have the anniversary party since COVID. So the last anniversary party I attended was, oh my God, pre-COVID. Now everything's resumed, everything's get better. So everything is indulging. Now let's put our minds, put our ideas, or put our craziness together and build this next anniversary party for Hong Kong MBA Toastmasters Club. Now, three things on top of my mind. First, it has to be a hybrid party. Wow, hybrid party, hybrid meeting. Now, hybrid party, can you imagine what it is? I even can't imagine what it is myself. Okay, but it will be a hybrid party. Now, second, of course, party can't be a party if there is no performances. So there will be performances from members here, like Gloria. I'm sure that you are a great dancer. Yeah, I can feel that you're a great dancer. And Bruce, since you have your headphone on, I'm sure that you're the great DJ. Okay, so Bruce will be the DJ, Gloria will be the dancer, and Karen, okay, she was accused. I'm sure she is a great chef. So Karen will be preparing the food and ship half of them to Hong Kong here. So Hong Kong MBA Toastmasters Club, next party, next anniversary party, a hybrid party, first of its kind. Things that you can't imagine. It will be crazy. It will be off your radar for that. With that, I'm sure that we can sell kind of like couples of thousands, or maybe we need to be be humble, maybe a couple of hundred tickets. And who knows, could be a good recruitment event as well. Now look at my background. So can you see? Beautiful skies, great place to visit. So I am ready for party, aren't you? Back to Karen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That sounds like a great party. It sounds like an amazing party. And if I'm cooking, y'all better be ready. Better be ready. Yes, yes. I have one last question for one last lucky Toastmaster. Anna, it is your turn. Are you ready to answer this question?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Changing eyeglasses all the time.
Okay.
Photo glasses, lovely.
So now we also have different types of promotion parties. You get promoted when you graduate because you're being promoted from finally getting out of school, moving into your career. And then we have those retirement parties when you've done all that you feel like you need to do and it is time to retire. Tell me about either a graduation or a retirement party that you participated in and it took you by surprise. Tell me about a graduation or a retirement party that you participated in and it took you by surprise. Anna?
This is a great question because long time I didn't do the graduation party. If you ask me about the graduation party, I'm thinking maybe in Form 6, when I'm already in Form 6. Yeah, this is the first graduation party I got. Like I have all my auntie to come and set up my hair and was in my house, and then they go with me to the location. So this is the most interesting part because usually I like to all the important moments like birthday or graduations, my auntie will go with me. So every important moment they are with me, especially on the Form 6 graduation dinner. They have drive me to the location, and then we have a happy dinner with all the teachers and the student and the classmate. I think the most surprised me maybe the teacher, because some of the teachers have get pregnant. When we leave the school, they still not yet having a pregnant, but when we doing a graduation, they already starting doing pregnant. It means they already having a babies. So I think this one is a bit surprise. And some of the teachers have told us that maybe they are going to leave the school or something like that. So I think this is a good opportunity for us for doing the gathering. Yeah. So this is, graduation ceremony. And for the retired, I think it will be far away from me. So graduation will be better. Yeah. Pass back to you, Karen.
Thank you so much, Anna. I will tell you, the surprise for me, I did have a retirement, and the surprise was I went back to work. So,
You're back
yes.
to work.
Let's just go back to work.
You can retire again.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is
so I can
my
retire again.
party. That is hilarious.
Yes, it is. So thank you so much. Well, I have one last thing to say. And actually, Sean kind of hit upon it because there are some great parties that I wanted to remind us of. And some of those great parties are the parties that the MBA Toastmasters Club have had our online parties and some of our in-person parties. So if you guys remember all these faces and all these people, what a great time for Hong Kong MBA. Thank you so much for being willing to answer all of these party-themed questions. I turn it back over to our Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Karen. Once again, thank you, Karen, and all fellow speakers for sharing with us your party-filled occasions, party-filled attitudes, and party-like minds. So just as what I say, I can't wait to go partying with you. Now with that, let's move on to our prepared speeches section, which is equally indulging and party-like. And may I turn over to Anna for introducing our first speaker and her speech. Anna.
Okay, wait a moment.
And his speech.
Yep. Wait a moment for me. And then... Okay.
Thank you, Anna.
The first speaker is going to talk about, do you know your family history? And it is leadership development, level 3, and the 7th speech. And it is about creating effective vision. So let us pass the time for our first speakers.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anna. Do you know your family history? Do you know your family history? I thought I knew mine until later in life I found otherwise. My mom really didn't talk about our distant cousins, just those that we saw on a regular basis, and also our great uncles that would come by to visit us and check on us. However, let me indulge you. One way of reuniting or uniting with your family is to have a family reunion. Our extended family did just that thing in 1986. We have reunions every 2 years in honor of my great grandmother and great grandfather. But I was very hesitant about attending a family reunion. Who are these people? Where they come from? How are they connected to me? They're going to be looking at me funny. I didn't want to indulge in it. But I came from a family of 4 siblings. I'm the oldest. We have twins in the middle, 19 months younger, and my sister is 4 years younger. My mother came from 3 siblings. Well, she's one of 3 siblings. And then my grandmother was one of 16 from Matt and Melinda Wallace. And one of those 16 had 16 children. So you can see how big the family is. Let me show you a real quick synopsis. Here is
Wow.
more or less my mother's tree. Here's me, my siblings, my first wife, my mother, her 2 sisters, my grandmother and grandfather, and then our great grandmother. And that's just one tree of 16. And here are some photographs of my mother, grandmother, and great grandmother. The Wallace family reunion is typically 3 days, a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, we have a banquet. We have time to fellowship. We have time to play card games, other games, just get to know those people that we don't know and enjoy ourselves. Saturday is typically a picnic. We have tours. We have more fellowship, more time to get to know each other. And as I stated, they're every 2 years. Here are some pictures of just a couple of the reunions in the past. This is, as it says, San Francisco. This was from Alcatraz Island. This is a quilt one of the cousins made from some of the t-shirts of the previous reunions, and you can see some of the ancestors. This was a program from one of the banquets in San Francisco. This was the second reunion that I chaired. And this, what's unique about this one, this cousin here is playing her granddaughter, and she's 75 at the time. She just turned 90.
Wow,
She just turned 90.
75.
Yep. And there's the back of the t-shirt for that reunion. So we're talking about, do you know your family history? Here in Chicago, we did not have a picnic. The host suggested that we all meet at an Italian restaurant, and it was very nice, a little different. So that was okay also. And here's just some fellowship time, lots of adult beverages, non-adult beverages, and photos galore at the banquets. This last one is from Chicago. We'll see people doing dancing. I won't indulge Karen, but I'm sure she's a dancer. Skyline of Chicago. And this plaque represents scholars. We give scholarships at each of our reunions to help those in college. This is a picture of William Smith. He passed, I think, last year. I called him a genealogy expert. Let me drop out of share. And the reason we call him that, or I call him that, he produced this handbook in 2000, which shows the very first reunion in 1986. And in this handbook, it was, as you can see, it's commemorative. It has paid ads, but it also covered the first three generations, a great-grandmother, grandfather, their siblings or their children, my grandmother and her brothers and sisters, and then my mother's generation, the first three generations. He has pictures, he has a listing of the children, you really can't see it here, with a listing of those children of those first three generations. Here's one of the greats you can see. He has death certificates, marriage certificates, and the like. Well, not to outdo himself, and that was about 50 pages. Two reunions later, in 2004, he produced a 500-page document that went into more detail, and it covered all 7 or 8 generations with birth certificates, death certificates, marriage certificates, obituary summaries, stories, and links of how you connect with everyone else. And I even found a couple of classmates that I did not know were my cousins. So it pays to know your family. A real quick story. One of my cousins from my aunt was wanting to date a young guy, and she told her mother, my Aunt Vanjie, and my Aunt Vanjie told her, or asked her, well, who's his family? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you can't date him. That's your cousin, boy. Girl, you can't date him. So you gotta know your family. I have one final question. Do you know your family history? If not, you can start a reunion. You can start simple and let it grow from there. So do that, indulge yourself, indulge the time that it may take, but you will enjoy it. I've enjoyed my time with the family after almost 40 years of reunions. So do you know your family history? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bruce, for sharing with us your long and big family tree, and also remind us to be mindful and find out our own family history. So please take a minute and send Bruce your feedback what you like about the speeches and any other comments that you want to offer to Bruce. So after indulging into your own family history, it's time to indulge into the ocean. May I turn over to Bruce to introduce our next speaker?
Thank you, Toastmaster Sean. Toastmaster Gloria Wong will be speaking on, as you can see on the agenda, swimming with a whale. The agenda says she's to present a new speech with the same, present either a new speech or the same speech that incorporates some of the items she learned from the first presentation. The evaluation form says she is to practice applying feedback and to demonstrate her ability to deliver an effective, respectful speech. I now present Toastmaster Gloria Wong.
Okay, thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. This is the fifth speech about swimming with whale. I pick up this topic because I'm a very frequent traveler in my whole life. I never lost my passion to travel, as I always find a remarkable experience which I can remember the rest of my life. I went to Bohol on this April after the long COVID pause this year. I could like to share the experience to swimming with this whale shark on today's speech with my innermost feeling. I think it will be a great challenge to me as to express the emotion on word is not an easy task for me. Okay, swimming with whale is an awe-inspiring experience that can evoke a range of emotion, from fear to joy, liberation, and freedom. When I swim with this magnificent creature, I embark on an innermost psychological path that lead me to confront my fears, experience a deeper sense of joy and liberation, and connected with the multi-layered freedom of the blue, enormously vast ocean. At first, the idea of swimming with whale can be intimidating, and this creature are among the largest and the most powerful animal on the planet. However, when my fear and when I facing my fear and stepping out of my comfort zone, and that can be incredibly liberating. When I'm able to overcome my initial fear and approach this giant creature, I find myself filled with a sense of wonder and awe of their size, grace, and beauty. As I swim along with this majestic creature, I can feel a sense of joy and freedom as if I am part of their world, even only for a very brief moment. The blue, enormously vast ocean that surround me further emphasize this feeling of freedom and liberation, as I am immersed in a world that is both immense and mysterious. When you have the eyes contact with it, it seems you have connected with this giant creature, as well as this blue and the very blue ocean. It can bring a sense of humility and perspective um, that, that remind us on our world and for and remind us of a place in the world and our responsibility to protect and conserve our planet's precious resources. This experience can lead to a deeper appreciation of the nature and a renewal commitment to the environmentally stewardship. And when I touch the skin, and this experience can be transformative because when you touch it and you can feel, you can have a connection with it. It opened my heart and mind to the beauty and the mystery of the nature world and remind us at the interconnectedness of all living beings. I think once in your life, just do whatever you can do. Even though in the speech you are scared to death, but you just do whatever you before you getting too late and just stepping out of your comfort zone, you will find a new world in front of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. You made me can't wait to indulge into the ocean and share the experience with you as well. So 1 minute for all of us to send some feedback to Gloria.
Thank you.
If we all don't mind, how about we continue with the meeting, do a little bit of networking towards the end of the closing remarks? Let's kick off with the evaluation sections of the table topics. So may I open the time to the floor for feedbacks or remarks from any one of you regarding our table topic sections? Bruce.
Well, as always, I loved Karen's graphics, her slides, and her questions. She does an outstanding job in presenting that portion of the program. Just always thinking outside the box. Very, very artsy. Very makes you want to get involved.
Thank you, Bruce. Gloria.
I enjoy the small party because with a big group of people, I'm scared to death, and even scared to death, even more enhancing my scared to death. So I feel as so warm in here, the good atmosphere, and and everyone to share. And I think this is just great. Especially, I like the party idea about the table topic to share, and everyone like the party. Yeah. Good.
Thank you. Thank you, Gloria. Anna, you want to give us your comments as well?
For me, maybe I like the glasses because if each question she will change her glasses. So this is a good point, and I will try my best to do it next time. See how many glasses I can change. Maybe how many hairband I can change for each
Fantastic.
question.
I like the idea. Or even for Zoom, you can change your hair color. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yes. That makes
And
us
one thing, if
more
I
happy.
may add to Karen, of course, your section is magnificent and very indulging. If one thing I may like to offer or suggest, or just some random thought, is that every time when we have table topics, we have a theme of the meeting, and people like Sean will get himself psychologically prepared. So I know today we will talk about party. So I fill my tank up with partying ideas. So it might be interesting to drop the speaker off the cuff by asking, okay, the opposite of party is work. What kind of work you think is party like? Something like that. So it's kind of marginally related to the theme, but drop him off the cuff. Especially for people like Sean. He always get prepared for the tabletop sections. Yeah. So any comments from you as our tabletop master, Karen?
Well, I will tell you that I was ready for this topic like a week ago.
Wow.
I was ready for this topic about a week ago, and when I thought about the theme of parties and the topic of parties, I thought, like you, Sean, everybody is going to be ready to talk about parties. And I agree. I should have just said, you know what? We're all prepared for this party, but what if the party doesn't occur? Now what do we do? What if we throw a party and nobody shows up? What do you do? So I 100% agree. So I will, the next time you ain't gonna be ready.
Yes, I even have my glass of wine ready, how
Yes, you
party
did.
prepared I am.
Oh, Son is on party right now.
Yes.
After we have been indulging in partying and dissecting our party, let's move on to the best speeches evaluation sections. Evaluating our first speaker, Bruce, will be Anna. Over to you, Anna.
Anna.
Yeah, you may start anytime, Anna.
And Bruce, you done a great job. This topic. Do you know your family history? This is interesting topic, right? And then I like your voice and I like the information you have shared to us. Like you have told us what you have done in that 3 days, like prank card, picnic, or networking with your families. And I like the last speak you have told us that you have made a books. It's all about the graduation and the marriage and have some pictures. I would like to have that kind of books maybe somehow when I grow up, so that I still remember at least I still remember my family members. And I think the things that I would suggest is that maybe can speak a bit slowly so that I can understand more. Yeah. And you can tell us more about your stories because we will remember stories more. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for the very encouraging feedback to Bruce. And guess what? The next evaluator will be Bruce evaluating Gloria. Over to you, Bruce.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sean. Swimming with the Whales. I missed the very opening that this was a true story. I caught it toward the end, but I loved your opening, how you took us through the presentation before you actually did it. You had great eye contact, good motion of your body. You weren't just stiff and just talking to the camera. You had some motion, which is good. You had a smile as always. You did appear to be reading, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. You shrugged some, which is good. That's a gesture. And you used your hands at one point. I enjoyed very much the storytelling. It was very personal, especially toward the end when you said you touched the skin. Then this is a true story here. See, this actually occurred. And I made a note. I said in the second half, but it was actually during like the last minute to minute and a half, 2 minutes. You were very relaxed. You went away from your script and you just talked. That is our whole objective: is to glance at our notes and just talk, because you know the story, you know what happened, you know how it happened, you know when it happened, you know the good points, the bad points, the points you want to indulge us with. So strive to glance at your notes, look for those key words, and then get back to what it is you want to say. As far as your notes or your script, whatever you have, you kind of lost your point, or you lost your place at one point. One of my mentors told me, make your fonts large. Instead of the normal 10, 11, 12, make them 16, 18, or 20, so you can really see the words. You don't have to squint and, okay, where am I now? Make the font, oh, that must have been true. Make the fonts larger than normal.
Yes.
And the last point I have, and I just realized this with your presentation, even though I've gone through the same one, the evaluator really needs the evaluation from the previous speech to see what the changes are, because we really don't talk about it in the speech. So I really don't know if you've incorporated those recommended changes or not. And I did ask her to send those to me. So that's a little point that I'll have to talk with Carmen about. But overall, very good delivery, very good presentation, especially the ending when you just spoke. And when you talked about touching the whale, I'm like, oh, I watched some pictures just recently and I forgot to set my timer. They're so huge. They're just huge animals. But with that, I turn it back to the Toastmaster of the day or the evening.
Don't say that, Bruce. We would love to hear from you. Well, guess what? With that, we go very strictly into the general evaluation sections, and I'd like to open the floor for comments regarding the meeting or anything in addition that you'd rather share to any particular speakers or meeting as a whole. Why don't we start off with Karen?
Yes. Oh my goodness. So the speeches that I heard today, well, overall, it was great. Even before we started the recording, Gloria said, "Oh, we only have a few people here," and she said, "Good, I like this." And so I was already excited about what was going to come forward. And when you have that type of excitement, even before you start the recording, you already know it's going to be a good time. So I've been in some of our meetings where there's 12, 13 people, and that's fun as well. Like I showed, we've had those large meetings, but I do like the intimate setting. I love the speeches. Bruce, let me tell you, that is something that not everybody has. That book, that connection, those linkages. Your genealogy expert was spot on. And one of the things that I will say, in all transparency, here in the US, it's not easy for African Americans to trace their genealogy back, but only so far. And so to have that, it is priceless. It is incredible. And so I applaud your family for making sure that future generations know where they came from. It is so important to be grounded in family. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And then Gloria, swimming with the whales, that is now on my bucket list. It's like my husband thinks I'm crazy because I've jumped out of airplanes, I've swam with the sharks, and so now I got to swim with the whales. Yes, you have inspired me. And so you use such descriptive words. I was like, whoa, this is so good. Like, I just wanted to say, Gloria, I'm on my way to Hong Kong. We're going to go swim with the whales now. Yes. So I'm excited about that. And then at the end, you gave us a challenge, right? I love that part because you talked about this wonderful experience. Then you challenged us and you said, listen, we need to do whatever we need to do to save our world so that we can continue to enjoy these magnificent whales. Like, there was a point that they were being hunted to extinction. So we have to take care. We only have one world. And so we have to take care of it. And you said that so beautifully. So thank you for that. And overall, I'm loving this meeting. Enjoy it immensely. So thank you all for allowing me to have this experience today.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen. And what about you, Gloria?
I like to share because this time I try to speak it slow. I usually, when I getting excited and I speak fast, I don't know what I'm going to say. But on this time, and I try to slow it down because I learned it from Bruce. Because I like to hear what Bruce say. He's so calm, and every time to speak word by word, and like Karen, very clear. I mean, the word is not something like if I don't understand, I mess it up, and then I pretend no one can hear me, and then I speak it fast. But I try to slow down, like Anna as the judge, and just everything slow down. And I always living in Hong Kong, it seems everything is in hurry, and I quite enjoy in this relaxing moment, just like Son have a glass of wine and I have my water and to drink. So we can just like having a party, and we are like sharing, we have my part. And I hope next time I can speak even slower because I'm a very fast. I can't wait. I walk fast. I work fast. I speak fast. Everything fast. I want to enjoy my Toastmaster meeting with a slow pace. That is what I learned on this meeting, and I love to be with you guys.
Very good. And I remember a quote that I listened some years ago: the slower you talk, the faster it gets into people's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Oh, that is a good one.
And I would also like to add the appreciations to especially Bruce for demonstrating us the use of PowerPoint. Less font, more power.
Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes we have too much slides to share.
Thank you.
Because when all of you asking for sharing, right, I start to chicken out. Actually, oh my God, are we getting some kind of like a PowerPoint presentation, lecture, seminars, conference today? But you hit it just spot on. So thank you for demonstrating that.
Thank you.
And secondly, also Karen for bringing us such a joyful night of table topic sections. And yeah, don't think too much about Sean's remark. He's always trying to find something to comment on to score the 40 points for the evaluation contest. So just forget him. And Gloria, I like especially the message behind the speech. And you progress and spot on so well that on the surface, you are swimming with us and the whales. And deep below, you are bringing us a very important and indulgent message that all of us should pay a part for our well. And last but not least, may I also turn to our area director, Anna, for any general evaluation you have for us?
I like the table topic, and I like all the speeches that we have. And I am enjoying every time when I'm in HKMBA Toastmaster Club to learn more, to speak more in English, really. So, yeah, I'm having party tonight with you guys. Yeah.
Thank you. And please join us, Anna, at the 8th of November meeting and bring me the trophy so that I can ship to Patty as well.
Okay.
If the time is good for you. All right, so as closing remarks, I just want to send an update to a lot of you that we have an in-person event jointly organized with Wine Estate in Ningxia, China. China is absolutely, I would say, fantastic, indulging as a wine producer. I have the opportunity to visit that wine estate 2 weeks ago, and it was like mind-blowing. How the country, how the city is determined to build this industry. Now, that place was actually a desert some 1 or 2 centuries ago, but the country was so determined because the longitude was same as the region of Bordeaux, Burgundy, or Napa Valley. So it has the geography, it has the climate, it have the conditions to become a vineyard. And our country started 26 years ago to convert the desert into the soil and terrace suitable for growing grapes. And now 25 years passed, and they start to build their own vineyard. Already there are more than 200 vineyards in that province alone. And the wine are really fantastic. I was actually drinking one of their Chardonnay produced in China. And when I did a blind tasting test with some of the friends, many of them thought that it's either New Zealand or Burgundy. So that was the standard that we are matching. And hopefully the event will attract some of the interesting friends, and we have a few walk-ins as well, that they will be interested in joining our Toastmaster. And my thought is to wait. So instead of bringing them one after one into a meeting, maybe we gather a group of 5 or 6, hopefully, so that when the next meeting, hopefully in December or January, we have a bigger band. So we have something like 10 to 20 to start off. Hopefully that works, and I'll report to you on that later as well. With that, I would like to round the table to listen to you and any last comments or thoughts or anything that party related or not that you would like to talk to us before we sign off for tonight. Shall I start off with Bruce?
Nothing here.
Okay. What about you, Karen?
Nothing here. Just thank you for everything.
Thank you, Karen. Anything from you, Gloria?
Nothing here. I just enjoy the atmosphere and just nothing here. I don't know what to say. I'm not at that many vocabulary that I can use.
Okay, then next time maybe you will be the grammarian. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, my goodness. My grammar is so messy.
Excellent.
This is how you get better. This is how you get better.
Yeah, this is how you just took my entire life, Bruce. I just wanted, this is how we get better. Yeah. Thank you, Bruce, for saying that out. Anything from you, our area director, Anna?
For me, maybe a promotion. We are going to have a champion tour with Ocean Toastmaster Club and Kowloon Mandarin Toastmaster Club in HKMU in November 25. It will be 2 workshop speakers. They are all from winning speeches from from the Almond just now the conference. And one of the speakers will be talking about in English, one of them will be in Mandarin, and they're most likely is talking about the evaluation. One of them will talking about the evaluation, and one of them will be talking about the table topic. So this is a good opportunity to meet more, to learn more about table topic and evaluation. So hope to see you guys.
Fantastic. Is this an online event or in-person event or a hybrid?
In person.
In-person
In-person.
event. Okay.
In-person
Thank you.
event.
All
Okay.
right, thank you.
In-person.
Thank you for letting us know.
Thank
And
you.
when I receive anything on online or in person, I'll also share with you all in our members group so that we can get to know things happening around the district and choose whatever your time, the geography allows. So with that, I can't wait to meet you all again online the 4th Wednesday and also an in-person meeting on 2nd Wednesday. And for a few of you that will be joining in the crossover event, hopefully we can bring some new blood into the club as well. With that, cheers.
Yes.
Yes.